Okay, so we're diving into independence this time, helping our kids become, those awesome self-sufficient humans we know they can be.
It's about setting them up for success, right? Not just for the next day or the next year, but really for their future.
Exactly. And the research you've gathered is like this treasure trove of practical tips, 5 key strategies we can actually use.
And it's amazing how even small changes can make a big difference. Like, one study found that giving kids choices, even simple ones like what to wear,
Makes total sense.
can make them better problem solvers down the road.
Okay, so choice is key. Like we're empowering these tiny humans by letting them, I don't know, pick between the blue socks and the red sock.
Precisely. It gives them this sense of ownership, right? Like their decisions matter, and that builds confidence.
Which they totally need to become independent, right?
Exactly. It's all connected. It's like building a foundation.
So then there's that whole thing about not jumping in to fix every little problem for them, which, let's be honest, is sometimes harder than it sounds.
It's tough. But one paper you shared, it actually highlighted how when we solve all their problems for them, they miss out on those learning moments, those little victories.
It's like we think we're being helpful, but really we're kind of hindering them
Mm.
in the long run.
And they actually showed more resilience and independence over time, the kids who were encouraged to problem solve even when they struggled.
It's like teaching them to ride a bike, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't just like hold on forever. They need those wobbly moments to figure it out.
Exactly. It's about guiding them, not carrying them. So true. Okay, what about the whole self-care aspect of independence? Things like getting themselves dressed or like making a sandwich because wow, that's a game changer.
It's huge. And there was this fascinating study where they found that when kids were taught to break down tasks, like those self-care routines, into smaller, more manageable steps, they were way more likely to embrace new responsibilities.
Interesting. So instead of go brush your teeth, it's grab your toothbrush, put on the toothpaste, that whole step-by-step thing.
Exactly. And each step becomes this little victory that boosts their confidence and independence.
I love that. Okay, which kind of naturally leads us to chores, right?
Right.
Because responsibility, that's like independence 101.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And chores teach these incredible life skills that go way beyond just, a tidy room,
It's about time management, organization, responsibility.
like real world stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got choice, problem solving, self-care, responsibility. We're basically handing them this awesome independence toolkit. But then there's that last piece, that balance between like being supportive and giving them the space to actually use these tools.
Because we don't want to just hand them the toolkit and then like hover over them while they try to use it, right?
Exactly. So how do we find that sweet spot?
Well, there's this concept called scaffolding that came up in the research.
Scaffolding.
Yeah, like, those temporary structures they use in construction.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like you're providing support, but then as they get more capable, you gradually remove those supports.
So it's less about doing things for them and more about being there with them, kind of like a guide on the side.
Exactly. It takes trust, right? Trusting that they can handle it even if they stumble a bit along the way.
Those stumbles, those are where the real learning happens, right?
Absolutely. It's all part of the journey. And by incorporating these strategies, by shifting our approach just a little bit, we can really empower our kids to embrace their independence.
So to wrap this up, it's not about turning kids into mini adults overnight, right? It's about giving them the tools, the guidance, and the space they need to grow in to those amazing, capable humans we know they can be.
Exactly. It's a process. It takes time. It takes patience. But the rewards, oh, they're immeasurable. What will be your first step on this journey toward raising independent little humans?
Love that.